Hey guys, welcome to another Photoshop tutorial. In this video I want to show you how to get the double exposure effect in Photoshop, and this is the final effect that you can see here. So we will go from this image to this, and I'll show you this effect on two images. This is the first one and this is the second one. You can see you can make it in black and white or in color. So let's get started. The resources for this tutorial are available for download on my website for free. This image is from Deposit Photos, but I'll give you a smaller resolution so you can follow the tutorial. And what I will do is copy this image and create a new document and paste it here. Okay, so for this kind of effect, all you need is your model. Usually it's used a portrait or something like that, and another image, usually a background image, and you combine both of them with blending modes and some adjustments. The first one that I will show you is in black and white. So once you have your portrait or whatever image you're using, add a black and white adjustment layer, and you don't need to clip it because there's nothing else below it. And I use this adjustment because I want to be able to adjust the brightness of the skin tones. You can see that with these two sliders, and we will use this to adjust the effect. You'll see that in a second. And then just go ahead and open your background image. The background image that you should use should be really simple, something like you see here with trees, and the background should be a solid color or something really similar to what you can see here, a sky or something like that. So something that is simple, not too complicated. Once you get the hang of how this works, you will start to get better results. But for this tutorial, you can use these images just so you see how it works. So I copied that image, and I'll press Ctrl+Command+V to paste it here, and you can see it's really big. So what I will do is make it a bit smaller, but not too small, because sometimes using a bigger image works better. Okay, so I have this image here, and what I want to do is turn this into black and white as well. So I will add a black and white adjustment here, not color balance. I'll duplicate this one with Alt, click and drag, and this time I'll clip it to the layer 2, which I'll name BG for background. Okay, so now I have both layers here, and for this background layer, what I will do is change the blend mode to screen. Okay, so you can start to see what happens here. Another thing that you should keep in mind is that the background usually is better if it covers the whole image, the whole model image or portrait or whatever you have there. Usually works best, because otherwise you could see some edges or stuff like that. Okay, and what I want to do is get these branches to eliminate the. I want to eliminate the line here, the edges of the woman's body, and make the trees visible. Okay, you'll see that in a second. So I'll re-enable the black and white for the background layer, and now what I will do is add levels adjustment for this background layer, also clipped. You can do that if you press and hold the Alt key and put the mouse between the two layers and click, and you clip that to the layer. Okay, and from here you can work with this sliders to adjust the brightness and the tones. Okay, and once you have something like that, go back to the black and white adjustment of the model, and you can adjust this even more. Okay, and for the background layer, we have the sky, which is blue. Let me change back this to normal. We have this, which is blue, and I want to turn this into white. So what I will do is use this black and white adjustment to make this brighter, and you can see that sky, which was blue. That's why I said it's important to have a solid color, because you can use this adjustment to change the brightness of that color in particular. Okay, and you can see that once if you have an image like this, it's perfect because you don't have to make any adjustments. Okay, let's change the blend mode back to screen, And now we can adjust this and make it look however we want, okay? Some images look better than others. This one looks pretty decent, but on some images it works even better. Okay, so the screen blend mode is really important for this effect, and a bit of understanding of how these blend modes work and how these adjustments work is required. Okay, so what happens here is that the background of the woman is pretty much white, a really bright gray, and that makes these trees visible, but not too much. Okay, and you can see that here on her body, whereas we have this gray tones because we have let me disable this. We have all this part is pure black, and with the screen blend mode the black is not visible, and here we have white, which using the screen blend mode over another image makes it look white. So it's a bit tricky to understand how it works. That's why you need to practice a bit. But that's how this black and white images combine to get this kind of effect. Okay, let's go to the second image, and maybe you'll understand it a bit better. So I'll go ahead and open the second image, and I'll use exactly the same technique. In fact, I will copy the same image from here. Press Ctrl-Command-V to paste my image, and I have to make it smaller, so I'll press Ctrl-Command-T to load the free transform, press and hold the Shift key, and make it smaller like that. Okay, in this case I'll leave the background here, the model layer, I'll leave it like it is. I will not turn it into black and white, just to see. I wanted to see that it works on color image as well. But as you can see, the background here is also really simple. So use images that have really simple backgrounds, solid color backgrounds, and bright backgrounds. Okay, white or gray or something like that. And I'll re-enable this. Let's name this background. Okay, and I'll turn this into black and white using that adjustment clipped to the background layer. And what I want to do is make that effect like I did here. Okay, but for that I'll have to flip the image. So I'll turn it like that, put it here, and change the blend mode to screen again. And you can see the effect. I'll zoom into 100%, but you can see that we still see some of that green. Okay, so what happens here is since we turn this into black and white, that sky, I want it to be white, just like on the other image. And when I turn this into white, what happens is that white combined with the screen blend mode makes everything below it invisible, so to say. Okay, that's why you see white and you don't see the woman's body. Okay, and if you want to adjust it even more, you can add levels or curves to adjust the contrast of those trees. Okay, so we can make it darker like so, and you can make the bright parts, these ones, even brighter, but you'll start to lose details here, so don't make two changes to the highlights. Okay, and now I can move this around, this image, to make it fit my image right there. So this is a really simple example of how you can create this sort of double exposure effects. As I say, once you understand how the blend modes work and how they interact with the image, you can create something a bit more complex and something that looks a bit better. But this one still looks nice, in my opinion. Let me make it just a bit smaller. As you can see, that image is quite big. Okay, so it looks like these edges are gone and you can only see those trees there. Okay, so that's the effect I wanted to show you. It's really simple. And if you're a premium member, you can download these PSD files and this video so you can see what I did here. But as you can see, it's really simple. And if you want to use other images, just make sure you have clean backgrounds, solid color backgrounds. And for the model, it's you should use an image that is shot over a white background would be ideal, because that way you make your work a lot easier. And also the secondary image, the background should be over another solid color background like sky or something like that. So well, that's all for today. I hope you like this effect. If you have suggestions about this tutorial, if you know another technique to get even better results, you can post them on YouTube or on my website. And well, that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and see you on my next tutorial.